Hi guys, it's Lauren. I'm so sorry I was having technical difficulties and was not able to share my video live, so I thought it was just a little bit easier for me to record and then post. However, I have been joining live to watch all the videos, and it is so exciting for me to be here to share with you guys. I'm very honored that I was asked to tell you guys a little bit about my experience with Rodan and Fields and my perspective working with an amazing group of young professionals. And so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start all over again. You know, I will tell you a little bit about my background. My background, actually, you may find it surprising that it was actually not in the beauty industry at all. I came from a background of a competitive ballroom dance instructor. I loved every minute of what I did, and it actually brought me here today because it's where I was exposed and introduced to my group of young professionals. I will tell you, I went to work regularly. I worked alongside a lot of recent college graduates who were teaching dance as a side job, right? They were just entering, the corporate world, and they weren't making quite what they wanted to be making. And so they would take on a second job and start teaching dance alongside me. And then I also worked with a great group of college students, and I got to teach them. And I will tell you, every day I would go into work and I would hear a very, very repetitive message. I would typically hear my coworkers and even my students talk about how broke they were. My coworkers would tell me, gosh, I just got out of college. I spent the last 4 years completely on my own, and I came home, and now I need to get out, back independent ASAP. I need to find a place of my own. I need to be able to, afford that. And then I'd have my college students say, man, I missed spring break this year. I wasn't able to afford to go, or, I saw this amazing pair of shoes. I can't afford it. My parents told me that they're so done, funding my little, shopping addiction or whatever it might be. And it got me to thinking as I kind of was, finding my own experience with the Rodan and Fields business opportunity. It got me, as I was hearing all these different stories come across my studio, I would kind of giggle to myself, and because I remember so vividly, being in that situation. I remember, so clearly when I was in college, legitimately scraping together pennies at the bottom of my little cup holder just to get to Taco Bell at the end of the night. Or I remember when I left college and came home and spent 1 week at home and was like, oh no, I need to get back out on my own ASAP. And so I found a little tiny studio apartment in a not so nice area of Chicago, and that was all I could afford. I was literally just scraping by, but it meant that I was independent and on my own. So, it got me to thinking, man, if I were introduced to this business opportunity when I was in college, where I'd be today. And that's probably a common theme of what you're going to hear today, to be completely honest. But I will tell you, I worked my way through college. I was a bartender. I worked at the 3 a.m. hours and had to wake up for, test class the next day, completely exhausted and wiped. I had to juggle my work schedule, my school schedule, try to sleep when I could. And my social life was a little bit non-existent at that point because I was working so much and studying when I wasn't working. So looking back at those days, I was like, wow, if I could have found a side gig that would have, paid me the few extra $100 that I was looking for when I was in college and not had to juggle my schedules around it and be able to work it in on my own time. And really by doing the things that I was already doing every single day, which was having conversations with people or posting on social media, it just got me really thinking, what could this do for, people that are like I was, right? And so that's when I started to really work hard and really start to coach, train, and mentor other college students or young professionals who were looking for a little bit more. And I realized a few things along the way. I realized that this is exactly what our company is looking for to help them build out their brand. The young professional market is absolutely brilliant in things that I'm not in, like social media. I'm in the dinosaur ages on Facebook, and here, my young professionals are teaching me about all the other different social media platforms there are out there. They're constantly meeting new people every day. They're constantly going to classes. Their semesters are changing, getting new classes, or they're going out with their friends. And that's really how they can spread the word and educate people on our brand. So that's exactly how they've built their whole entire businesses. And it's exactly what they're doing all day, every day, regardless of whether they're building a Rodan and Fields business or not. So to me, it was just so brilliant. I had a group of professionals that I was talking to that were already professionals in what we do. And I thought that was, truly incredible. I will tell you from my experience, I work with two different types of people in the young market. I work with, the college students that were like I was, scraping by, just, wishing they had a shameless shoe fund or a spring break fund, or, just a few extra $100 that they could, put away in savings for those who are super responsible, or, have their beer money for the month. So I work with those people. They typically find a lot of success sharing about our products. What I love about our company is that our market is so huge. It's actually infinite because we have products for men, women, babies. So really, we have products for anyone with skin. But what's really cool is that we have products that we found have been a huge hit in the college market, in the younger market. The Lash Boost is probably one of those that you've heard of, and I will tell you, there's the Lash Boost giveaway at the end of this event. So I'm really excited to pull that raffle. So Lash Boost has been huge in the college market. We have acne products. We have microdermabrasion paste that have been huge. Sunless tanners are like a huge hit in the younger market. But we also target the anti-aging market or the sun damage market or eczema, all those, the expression lines that you probably aren't worried about getting right now, but I'll tell you, they're coming in my face. So, what's so cool is not only are they marketing to a small group of their friends and their closest friends and networks at school, but they're also marketing to, their bigger networks, their families network, their moms and their moms' friends, are their walking billboards. And so they really have found great success being able to earn those a few extra $100, $300 to $500 a month, and really just be able to do that by doing the things that they're already doing. I also work with a group of professionals that, truly continue to amaze me every day. I work with people who really see the value in what this business will provide them. They are looking for the financial stability when they get out of, they graduate college, or as they're just, going into their entry-level positions, and see that, corporate America is fantastic. However, it is not quite as stable as we all wish it was. And so they're looking for, something a little bit more long-term. And we really work with those people and, work on building out the brand, expanding into different markets and opening up different markets in the company. We work very consistently with those people to reach their own personal and financial goals. And I will tell you, I work with students that are really happy making the few extra $100. And I've got other college students who are planning to be on track to be, walking the graduation stage, earning six figures. And so it's really incredible to be, seeing such a, being able to help, I guess, such a diverse group of people with all different backgrounds, being able to not only help these people financially, but also, build their experience, build their resume, help them make connections. We're on a team of hundreds and thousands of other professionals with all different backgrounds, and so we've been able to help connect people and help them make those connections and get words of wisdom or experience, or maybe a foot in the door somewhere, just by being part of this amazing community. I knew that when I was launching into this young professional market that it was a big deal, and I knew the potential that it had. And to say this market has exploded is really an understatement. Where these professionals are taking this business and what they're doing with our brand, which has now hit the #1 skincare brand in all of North America. Is totally incredible. What they've done and what they've taken, their expertise and how they've tied this into it, has just exploded geographically everywhere. The college market is totally untapped. It's, one of those markets that is just getting started. And to be able to be a part of it has been truly the most eye-opening and amazing and exciting thing that I've been a part of to date with my Rodan and Fields business. And so, I'm so excited to share this perspective with you guys. I'm so excited to share my excitement with you and answer any questions. I'm going to leave you guys with a question just so you guys can get in your raffle entries. And my question for you is you can comment in the section below, and you can tell me if you were to be earning an extra $300 to $500 a month, what would you spend it on? I'm so excited to hear these answers. I know what I would probably spend it on when I was in college, and I'm so excited to see if any of you guys have the same answers as I do. Thanks so much for having me on. I hope my perspective kind of helped shine a little bit of light on what we're doing here. And I appreciate all you guys being there. I'm sorry again I wasn't able to hop on live, but I'm glad I was able to share my story. Have a good night, guys.